Hey everybody, Nicole here, just touching base with you. Oh wow, it's been a crazy time in our world today. So wanted to just kind of get back on track with the Fit Moms post and as we're entering into summer and just wanted to talk about life in general. I got quite a few emails from women asking me, how do you handle when going through a divorce and you don't necessarily want to go through the divorce? How do you handle it with yourself? How do you handle it with your children? And then the other part of that, a young lady asked me was, how do you handle the divorce when you have been left for the affair partner? So this is going to be a little bit longer of a post. So just gonna be real in this post. So I am sorry that anybody has to go through that. If you read the about page on 𝚕𝚒𝚔𝚋𝚎.com, you saw that that was my particular situation. So the first thing you have to do is accept your reality. That's the first thing, and it takes you a while to get to that point. So if you find yourself in that situation, you have to accept the reality of the situation. So my brother made me say in the beginning when everything was going on was, hey, I need you to kind of say this. My husband has a girlfriend. So now I can say it and laugh about it, but then I couldn't. But it was the first step in accepting the reality of the situation. Now, I want to say that I know a ton of marriages that have survived affairs and they've actually come out stronger. And I think that is such a beautiful testimony. I really do. It is hard work to get there, and two people have to be so committed, but it can work and it can just be a beautiful testimony of how you came together and worked on your marriage and how you're doing wonderfully on the other side, and it's made you stronger as a couple. So of course, that's what I would love to happen if someone is in that situation. If you aren't in that situation and it doesn't work out like that, i.e., my situation, you have to pray a lot. I prayed to God. First, I was like, God, please save my marriage. Please save my marriage. Please, 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 please. And, had my prayer warriors praying, my pastor. But at the end of the day, I needed to pray for God's will to be done in that situation. What was the best thing to happen? I see the quotes on Facebook and stuff that God removes people from your life because he heard conversations you didn't hear. Quotes like that. So I don't know what the future would have held if we were still married. I have no idea. But what I have to believe is that there's a better future for me. And God protected me and my son from something. I have no idea, but for something, and we'll be better for it. So again, the first thing I would say for people is to, one, accept the reality of the situation. And then take some time to decide what it is do you want. Do you want to fight for your marriage? Because if you do, you fight with everything you have. And sometimes you can fight for your marriage and the other partner still does not want it. And if that is the reality of the situation, you have to accept that. When you go to that next point of accepting it, you need to prepare yourself and prepare your children for the next things to come, which are going to be things that are unknown. I'm a planner, and if anybody knows me, I try to plan every aspect of my life, but for the last 4 years, I haven't been planning anything, and that has made me rely on God. So you have to literally say, God, I need you to lead me. I need you to tell me what to do every second of the day. You also, I would suggest getting counseling for yourself and for your children, because it is a very hard reality to face. As I said on my website, it took me about 22 months to get back to what would be a new normal for myself and Bryce. You will go through a lot of tears. You'll go through a lot of pain. You'll go through a lot of anger. You'll bargain. Literally, you will go through the steps of grief. because you are mourning the loss of your marriage. You are. You're mourning the loss of this person who you loved with all your heart and everything within you. You're mourning the loss of every plan that you all had made. You're mourning the loss of what you thought would be. And you have to face that reality. I keep going back to facing the reality because you have to say it. As my brother told me, your husband has a girlfriend. So, and again, I laugh now because it's so funny, because I can laugh. But those of you who walked with me know that there were days that I had panic attacks on my office floor and I couldn't get up for hours. I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't shower. I wouldn't do anything. You know, you just go into that deep depression. But you have to get help. And sometimes that help you can do on your own. But more times than not, you might need the counseling. You need prayer warriors. You need friends. You need family. And you have to come up with a plan when your mind is clear to say, all right, what am I going to do? How am I going to fight for my future? Because this is it. My spouse is gone. So part 2 of this will be how to fight for your future, how to create your new normal. There's just so much that you have to do to fight for yourself. I think one of the strongest things that a woman can do is either stay in her marriage and make it work, because you have to have supernatural strength to do that, and also to walk away from her marriage and create a new normal, because you also need supernatural strength to do that too. So for those ladies who emailed me, I'll definitely talk more about it, but just know that you're not alone. Just know that you may not know what tomorrow holds, but know that God has already seen your tomorrows and He's there, and He will help you get through it.